Well, now it's heading to 2 months since Breath of the Wild came out, and instead of doing a rushed review on release, no pre-release copies here, I figured I'd let it go for a bit and make a more valid opinion on how the game really is. And I'm glad I did, because my opinion has changed a bit over time. The story of the game is fairly typical for a Zelda game. Link wakes up, Princess needs saving, go complete dungeons, or in this free roam fully open world game, go kill Ganon, practically straight off the bat, which seems kinda pointless unless you're trying to do a speedrun. As the game starts, you go through a cutscene, and it gives you a glimpse of just how far Zelda universe graphics have come. Emerging from my tomb, I was met with a brilliant and beautiful view of Hyrule. I started to take in just how open the open world game is. Looking at the map, you start to get a real scope of it, especially when it dawned on me that the darker areas were explorable. It's a lot to take in. Where to start? There's a Sheikah Slate, which allows you to do a range of things using runes to unlock it, like taking photos for the Hyrule Compendium, which gives you great info on the world. Using Magnesis to move metallic objects around. Cryonis to make blocks of ice in the water to jump on. Stasis to freeze enemies or objects and allow you to hit them over and over again and do great damage or slam them across the landscape. Or just summon an infinite amount of remote bombs. If you go through the options menu, you can also enable the amiibo function. That allows you to scan any amiibo, although the Zelda ones will give you rare, otherwise unobtainable items. It should be noted that different runes can be used together in some crazy ways, like freezing a magnetic object in the air with stasis and using it as a platform. As far as weapons and shields go, everything is breakable, everything has a durability, and once it runs out, it breaks in a brilliant flash of blue light and dissolves into nothingness. This forces you to adapt and change things up while in combat, and possibly become a hoarder of magical weapons like me. You'll also notice that some of the armor you acquire, besides giving you a defense bonus, might also give you resistances, or even in some cases, special abilities. A majority of the armor can be upgraded too, at each of the Great Fairy Fountains, costing you rupees to unlock each fountain, and items to upgrade different armors. Another important game mechanic is cooking. You can cook basically anything in the game, as long as you have a pot with a fire lit under it. Cooking allows you to make a wide range of foods, with varying effects. It's the most common way you'll be restoring hearts and sometimes stamina. There are also towns scattered throughout the map, which sell things like arrows, items, and armor. You can also find traders wandering the roads that will sell a variety of items. Speaking of items, to upgrade your inventory space for shields and weapons, you'll need to find Koroks. These little guys, when found, will give you a Korok seed. Collect as many as you can and trade them to unlock extra slots. Also, hearts are a thing as usual. More can be gained by going to shrines, completing them, and gathering souls. Once you get 4 souls, you can go to specific statues which will allow you to either upgrade hearts or stamina. Oh yeah, Link has stamina now, which is used for running, climbing, gliding, and swimming. Also, you can jump a little, but it doesn't use stamina. Being a console game on Nintendo's new Switch console, I wasn't expecting any performance issues, because games are usually optimized for their systems. What I did notice, however, was in some very rare occurrences, the game did crash. And then there were noticeable frame rate drops in places like the Korok Forest. These were addressed to an extent in a patch, but I still notice a slight frame rate drop when you go into the Korok Forest, which is due just to the amount of stuff going on in there. The only other issue I had was to do with the motion controls in some shrine puzzles. They leave a bit to be desired, but I won't hold that against Zelda, it's more of a hardware issue. I've been pleasantly surprised and blown away time and time again, from finding Koroks in random places, to seeing the 4 dragons flying majestically through the skies, to exploring the map and solving puzzles to unlock shrines, gliding through the air with the Breath of the Wild soaring me through the sky. The gameplay mechanics mesh together well, and the boss fights are enjoyable. They're not too difficult, and they just leave you satisfied at the end. Is this the perfect Zelda game? In my opinion, no, it's not. It's not perfect. There are things I don't like about it, e.g. White Lionel's breaking a heap of my weapons in order to get theirs, and finding that I'll eat through theirs and then some trying to kill another White Lionel. Kinda feels like there's a lack of balance there. They do look pretty awesome though. It is an amazing game, and the best Zelda game I've ever played. It sets a new standard for future Zelda games too. The story is good, the voice acting helps, except for some of the Gorons. Even with talented voice acting, they just don't feel like they suit the characters, to me at least. The amount of things to see and do in the game is enormous, and will keep you entertained for at least a good solid month or more if you take your time to enjoy the sights. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this review. Why not check out some of my other ones? And don't forget to light up that like button and subscribe for more.